Welcome. Hashtag THEVERSASHOW is part of an entertainment podcast that exercises our freedom of speech. Our conversations, opinions, debate on a certain topic is not to offend anyone in any source. For that being said, enjoy the show.
Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? What is going on? And welcome to another edition on hashtag The Versa Show. That's right. Thank you. Anyway, thank you guys for joining once again on hashtag The Versa Show. This is another special edition, and once again, I got my brother, Frat F.R.
What's good, for real?
What's going on, my brother?
Nah, nothing. Shout out to everybody.
I know he had the bubble guts, man.
Yeah, I don't know what I ate, bro.
Oh, is it like Taco Bell?
Nah, not even.
Oh, well, I hope you feel better, man. You know, I hope you feel better. So, stomach pains like sometimes.
It is what it is.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into it real fast. One commercial break that's going to happen later on during the show. I hope you guys enjoy some of the music that I posted up on the last episode. It was 777 Test and Fraz FR and myself. So once again, we got these guys that's coming out with these music. If you also got music too, make sure that you guys just send them over, and I make sure that we get them played for you guys, and have these people have a sample of your music. A conversation that I want to get into is me and Fraz, we was talking about baby mama dramas, and we all go through a lot of situations on baby mama's dramas and stuff like that. But when it comes down to women accusing the man of not properly raising their kids, got another guy in a relationship raising the child and doing all types of stupid shit on the internet just so they could get their clout up. I feel like it's not right, because it's like we're doing our jobs as fathers versus we want to be fathers, and we're not really trying to like start any drama with no female whatsoever. You know what I'm saying, Fraz?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's mostly, you want to be a father to your child. And, some people, they don't have the sense to let go, like let bygones be bygones. But, baby mama drama is always going to be what it is, like I said. And like you said, too. It's just going through it and just dealing with it.
Yeah, no, and to all the fathers out there that is having a hard time with their mothers, my praise goes out to you. Versus the mothers is having a hard time with the fathers. My prayer
go out to you too, because there's mothers out there that have hard time with fathers. So prayers go out to you. It's not just one side. It's just like sometimes you're never gonna get the whole truth because you're not around, so you don't know what's going on. But like I said, you just gotta live with it, and pray for the best, like you said.
Yeah, and one thing I had in my mind and thought was just like the victim blaming. You know what I'm saying? It's like they were, thinking like, oh, well, you gonna do this behind my back? Like, I gotta take action now. Like for what? Like, now all of a sudden you want to take actions when, when I was stepping up, doing my thing, I don't understand, really, because it's like we want to provide for the children.
Mm-hmm.
We love our kids,
mm-hmm.
and just for the female, because she's hurt, growing up in a broken family and don't know how to control the family that they established. You know what I'm saying? Like they have built the foundation on a family. They can't keep it.
Yeah, like I said, it's sometimes both ways, because you gotta have some men who got from broken families and don't know how to keep it. You have some women who have the same thing. But regardless of how that is, I look at it this way. I tell myself I can't be what somebody else was before me. Can't control that. Whoever my predecessors were, I'm not talking about my dad, or I'm talking about like great granddad or whatever they were. I'm not the same person. So you can't expect yourself to be the same person that you were 10 years ago, 15 years ago. People don't learn, and it's both ways. You can change what you are. Somebody's still gonna look at you the same way. So your setup, everything that we got here, right? It change who you are, but somebody's not gonna look at you that way. They're still like, he got that. I knew he was gonna do that, but I don't think that's how they look at it. They want you at a certain point because what you were before, like you weren't doing this and that and third. When you start doing it,
and then now that's when they started to come. Well, I believe like Denzel said it best. He was like, the devil come for you when you're doing good. You
always.
know?
That's why, I think 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I'd probably be wild up about certain things, with a baby mom. But now it's just like
I said, man, you know what you're doing. You know
yeah,
that
everything comes in perspective. You just I ain't got time for it. It's just too much drama. So just relax, do what you do. Because at the end of the day, if you do what you're doing in the long run, you're actually helping yourself more. So that's what I see it.
Well, like I said, man, you're doing the right thing, man, as being a father. And I'm telling you this here, hopefully in front of hundreds of thousands to millions of people that watch, that you're one of the fathers that is being a father to your child. And you're doing a great job. And, to all the fathers that is trying to do their best as they can, because some of them didn't grow up as with fathers.
Yeah.
And it's just very tough for them to be a father. And that's why
that's just an excuse. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
I don't care if you grew up with your father, didn't grow up with your father.
Yeah, you can still change that mentality.
That's an excuse. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah. And even with the my homegirl once said to me, like, the reason why your second baby mom couldn't keep you is because she lived in a broken home. She wasn't around her father. So how would she know to keep a man if a man was not around?
That's an excuse.
Like
I'm just saying, it's like I hate that those terms, like the broken home can't keep a man thing. I hate that term, because just because you're in a broken home doesn't mean you can't say to yourself, looking at other women, there's certain women you can look at to get a vibe off, like, okay, that's how a woman deals with certain things, not just your mom or your aunt. You can look at certain people. That's the way I went through life. I didn't just look at my dad. I looked at people that I admired, like, okay, cool. Like, that's how I looked at it. That's why I said it's an excuse. That's like somebody saying, I'm from the hood, but I went to a private school every day and I didn't graduate.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
But you went to a private school every day, teachers and tutors by your beckon, you can get them at any time you want, but I'm from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
That's an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So just because your dad, your mom wasn't there is an excuse to me. Because there's certain people who have the dad and mom and still that broken home mentality is there. So what are you going to tell me about them? You know what I'm saying? There's some people who have had their dad and mom with them, but when they get older, it's still a broken home mentality.
Mm-hmm. 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 Well, I mean, I can't really speak too much on that situation because, I was lucky enough or blessed enough to have my dad around and, of course, my mom around. But I have been in other families where, there was like, yeah, my dad was gone when I was like 2. My dad was gone when I was like 4. My dad was gone when I was like 12. And then when they grew up, it was just so difficult for them to grow up and for them to keep their own solid family, in a stable home. It was very difficult for them because it's like, they don't know. It's like, for instance, it's like you're given an opportunity that you don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it's like, how can I keep this that I have? Because I don't know how to like handle it. It's like hot potato. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I give you an example. So imagine you never met your dad until a certain point, whatever, but then you have your kid or kids and you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man. Nobody didn't really teach you that stuff, what to do, but you did it because you know what you want. Like, there should be a certain drive in any person. If you go through something younger, you should say to yourself, I want that because I don't want to experience that, or I don't want my child to experience that. You understand what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's the certain drive some guys should have, some women should have. Like I said, bro, it's tough, but I just don't believe in excuses. Like certain things you can't really, you can't really do about, like driving 12 hours away to go see your kid for 1 or 2 days, and that certain things you can't do nothing about, But I don't believe in excuses. That whole broken home, so that's why I'm like this. You're like that because you believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. You're like that because that's what you believe in.
Right.
If you'd have believed in something else, which is your choice to believe in something else, you wouldn't be like that.
Right. And now kids is now involved into like the legal system when the parents go to court for custody and then child support and stuff. That's another challenge as well too, and we were talking about this before, like majority the judge would give it to the mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my God, man, just horrible.
Yeah. Like I said, it's tough, but I think dads around the world who really want to deal with it the right way, they will deal with it the right way. I mean, I don't sit down and conversate and say, oh my God, like this and that and third, what should I do? Nah, I might talk and then say, okay, I look at it from a different point of view. I'm always the type of person to see it, study it, and then, finish it.
Yeah.
So I look at stuff different. So anything that's going on, I just look at it. I just see it. Then I study it. After, consecutive times, 3, 4, 5 times, same thing's happening, I study it.
Right.
If it keep happening for the next 10, 20 times, now finish it. Because it's going to happen again. It's just a pattern. And, that's how people are.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said, all my blessings to the fathers that are trying to be fathers, and moms.
Salute to the moms as well who are actually being great moms, doing what they're doing. Salute to y'all.
Yeah. And to the fathers, that doesn't want to be fathers. Yes, you do want to be a father.
Yeah,
like,
man,
step up, So, and I want to give a quick shout out to Marcus, Taylor, Andre, and Harmony, my 4 amazing kids. Daddy loves you, and all this is for you. Always remember that, okay? And for that being said, we're going to take a little quick commercial break. We're not done yet. This is #TheVersaShow. Fats got the bubble guts. We don't know.
I'm good, man.
Cool. Well, anyway, let's light up. After commercial break, we're gonna spice something up, man. We're gonna get a good, interesting conversation going, all right? Anyway, #TheVersaShow. Don't you go nowhere, all right?
Big 7, I'm working, I'm ballin' till I see them dead. GGIB, we a team. Never be drinking, I lean. Please don't get hit with a green bean. And I swear I love my mama. Told me like, boy, you gon' make it now.
Coursing through my veins, y'all already know the same. Niggas do a lot of shit, they do is complain. I never rearrange, I still got same name. FRAZZ, a fucker, I complain.
Soggy Murmur.
right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to hashtag the Versa Show. That's right. Make sure you hashtag it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Anyway, once again, we were back. We want to just spice things up on a conversation that we had previously. So we're gonna probably put a little bit more excitement into it. Give me 1 second. Let me put the timer on. Because there you go. Fries. I was thinking, bro. When we was in the studio making music over in Queens. Just the thrill that we had in the studio, the energy, the feeling. I mean, can't beat that when it comes down to like making good music. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know how y'all see me now. Like, I'm all, calm and cool with it. Like he said, like, it's different when you in the booth, you by yourself. I mean, just that hearing the beat, that's about it.
Yeah, man. A nice good beat maker, and some good lyrics. And these new age rappers, I don't know what they be rapping now these days.
I do know what they be rapping about. It's just that's what they do, man. Like, one thing I know, glad being a Jamaican, because sometimes, I want to do some reggae and I feel for it, I do it, Cuzzo just sent me a beat the other day. He said, do some reggae vibes. I said, all right, no problem. I like the beat too,
And I'm looking for a beat maker too. So if anybody that's a producer that makes beats and stuff, please DM me on my Instagram, because I could use your songs in the background, and hopefully someone will pick it up, and hopefully they'll use the beat.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But oh man, bro, NBA. I want to talk just a little bit about it, because we didn't finish it up on the last episode. I thought it was pretty interesting.
We got a couple of guys to still talk about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a few things to cover in just a little segment. Let me see. We was talking about Joel Embiid, right?
Yeah, we talked about him. We didn't talk about Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum.
Oh, okay. Let's get into that then, Jimmy Butler thing, because that's what I want to talk about, since you mentioned Jimmy Butler, because he was in. I remember Jimmy Butler before he went to Philly. He was at
Timberwolves,
and that boy was killing. And then when he went to Philly, I was like, he got a chance, to make it to the dance, but then it made it to the dance in Miami. But that was a COVID championship, and then he's on a plane, but on his way on probably going back to the finals. But let me ask you this: Do you think really Eric Spoelstra is a really good coach?
I think so. If you'd have probably asked me 7-8 years ago, no. But now I actually do, because thinking about it, he's made the playoffs with the Miami Heat even after LeBron left. He made the finals. I mean, they lost, but he made the finals after LeBron left. He made the finals. He's made playoff runs. He's been the number 1 seed already after LeBron left. So there's so many things he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is what you should, is a question. Who's a better coach, Doc Rivers or Eric Spoelstra? Eric Spoelstra, not because of the championships he won with LeBron, but the fact that he went back to the finals. Has Doc been back to the finals? The fact that he's
2010, when he won the 2008.
Okay, so yeah, he won in 2008, but since 2010, has he been back there?
No.
Has he been back to an Eastern Conference Finals?
No. You're right. I mean, like Doc Rivers, to me, I felt like it was like he had his run from 2007 through 2010 or 11. You want to say he had his run.
I always say this about it. If you look at Doc Rivers, any team that he always has a good point guard, a good center, and a good power forward or shooting guard. Any team he ever had. Look at it. Boston, he had a good power forward. KD sometimes playing center, you can say that. he had Paul Pierce, and he had Ray Allen. Clippers, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Jamal. If you want to put Jamal Crawford there, if you want to put even DeAndre Jordan there, whoever. And then Sixers, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, and Joel Embiid. He's always at least have 3 guys on the team that you can say, we can at least get 20 out of him. Always.
Right.
But he hasn't lived up to the billing. You can't say that about Eric Spoelstra. He doesn't always have the best teams.
No. But I mean, when he do have the best teams,
he know what to do, right?
Yeah. But what I'm saying with Doc Rivers, I agree with you. He had the pieces when he went to the Clippers. He had the pieces in Boston, got the job done. Didn't get it done in 2010, but he had the pieces in the Clippers. He had the pieces in Philly, like right now. My question is, you think that it's also the assistant coach that's not doing his job? Well, then again, he had Tyronn Lue when he was with the Clippers.
But he's had Matt Cassell for years.
Yeah, that's true too.
So
maybe his coaching days is over.
It's not that maybe his coaching days is over. It's just when you're doing something and it's worked for you, you're so prideful not to say to yourself, let me try something different. There's games, bro, where I'm watching and I'm like, so that dude last night who's on the bench had 14 points, 13 rebounds, and you DMP him the next night, and then you put a guy on the court coming off the bench who only had 3 points and 5 rebounds.
Yeah, because didn't he like take out Joel Embiid one time when they needed him in the game in the fourth quarter?
Nah, not necessarily. No. What he did was, all right. So Sixers were winning by 13. I don't remember which team he was playing, but I know what you're talking about. Sixers were winning by 13, and it got to, I think, 7.5 minutes, and they put him back in the game. They were up by 1.
Mm-hmm.
They're up by 1. I know you're trying to make him rest. I understand that. But, dude, he got out in the third quarter, I think 50 seconds before the third quarter was over. And you try and tell me you couldn't put him in 9 minutes and then try to take him back out in minute 6 and then put him back in again at 4? You could have did that. You were up 13. At least put him back in the game and say, okay, the lead cut down to 4. Cut down to 5, actually. Make it a 2-possession game. We can't have them cut it down to less than a 2-possession game. Joel, listen, I know it's the 9-minute mark. Just go in there, play 3 minutes. We take you out again for a minute and a half, and you go back in.
All right.
Them little 3 minutes that he's going to play for, you can solidify the lead back up to 10. Take him out. Now the lead probably dropped down to 6 or 4. Put him back in the game. Now you can win the game. That's not how they think, bro.
Nope. I mean,
and I said it. Remember, I said it the other day. If they don't win, Joel Embiid is going to want to leave. And then ESPN started saying the same thing today. If they don't win, that's what's going to happen.
All right. If they don't win, where do you think Joel Embiid should go?
I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, if you could just pick like 3 teams or 5 teams. Okay, I can help you out.
Bulls.
Wait, hold on. Would you think he will be good going to the West? If he would have been like, let's say, in Utah.
Nah.
Okay. Thunders?
Nah. Because they're going to have problems. Even though it's him and Alexander there, they're still not going to have a third scorer. If you put him like Clippers, you could do it. Because then you'd have Paul George. I think Westbrook would probably be included that package, but you'd have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. In the East, though, I think you could put him in the Bulls.
In the Bulls?
Yeah, because you can ask for Vujicic, who's not going to score like Joel Embiid, but he's going to give you like 22 or 21. And he's still a center. He still can rebound. But then you have the Bulls. They would have Joel Embiid, DeRozan, LaVine.
If Lonzo was on that Bulls, I think that would have been perfect.
Please don't mention that, man. That hurt my heart every time. I don't even want to talk about that.
Because I heard a story about him. I forgot what happened to him again. Something.
He just hurt, bro. He's just hurt. That's all it is. Just hurt.
Okay, I heard.
LaMelo's hurt again. Just hurt.
Come on. What's the father name again? LeVar? Was it LeVar Ball?
Yeah.
Come on, LeVar Ball, man. You gotta get your kids in shape, man. What would you get these kids eating? McDonald's? Like, come on, man. Get these kids in shape.
I'm sure they're not doing that. I just think that.
And I don't mean to cut you off. Just by thought of that, like how some of these players are so injury prone or just injury off the rip, it really amazes about LeBron James because how he really has not been injured since like 2019. That was his serious injury since 2019. And now he's starting to get little injuries here and there. But from 2003, from all the way up from 2018, I mean, that man has been nonstop. And then now these guys, they're being like on a fourth season to get hurt. They've been on their third season to get hurt, on a seventh season to get hurt.
I think the science behind that is them playing so much from a young age. So you're playing from your 8, 9 years old, AAU. So by the time you get into the NBA, your body's already worn down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to remember.
Well, yeah, that's true, too. I didn't even think about that.
Some of these dudes, they didn't start playing. Like, even LeBron era, like Iverson era, they didn't start playing until it was like probably 12, 13, 14.
So you know what's so funny? If LeBron would have went to college, he probably would have been drafted like in 2005 or 6.
4.
You think he would have done 1 year in college?
Yeah. He'd have done 1 year and left.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if he goes into college and he averaged 28, 8, and 8, everybody's going to be like, well, that's the number 1 pick.
Because he wants Bronny to stay in college. That's why. 'Cause he want him to go to college.
Smart decision. Yeah. Why not? I mean,
hold up. Do you rather Bronny to start his career off as the straight NBA starter or going to college?
I mean, it all depends on how he does it. So
I'm not saying that not going to college isn't a bad decision, but I mean, if the opportunity is saying, hey, listen, NCAA is here, NBA is here, because we all know, kids that want to be basketball stars, they want to hit the NBA mark.
No, I got you, but the reason why I say it all depends on him. Like, what do Ronnie see? Like, does he? Because I think he's good. That's one. So if he's playing in college, I don't remember what school he's trying to go to, but whatever school he goes to, he averaged first year 16, 5, and 7, something like that. He got to say to himself, like, is that the best I can do? Because I've seen where he played in the AAU when he first, not the AAU, but he's, I think, senior year of high school, or the AAU, one of them. And people are like, oh, he's not playing good. He elevated himself actually better.
Yeah.
In the last 7, 8 months or 6 months or so. So I'm telling you, like, it all depends on him. If he sees himself playing the first year and he averaged 16, 7, or 16, 5, and 4, and he's like, yo, I can actually play better next year.
Yeah.
And if the next year coming, you see yourself average 18, 6, and 6, now you go to the NBA. Yeah. The reason why I say that, because okay, I'm ready for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, it'd have been different if the first year he comes out on average 10.
Well, I mean, even at the McDonald's game, he did pretty well. I thought he did pretty good. I can't remember how many points
15.
15 points?
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad. Well,
in this game that they just played, the Team USA versus the World Summit, I think he had 14 or 15 again. But he's the type of player, I see him more of a defensive player. He can play defense. He's not not saying he can't play a point, he can't play make, but I see him playing defense. He can play defense.
I wonder how many new guys, because Dwayne Wade's son, is he still playing?
I don't want to get into that.
Wait a minute, that's not the one that's...
No.
Okay. So hopefully that one is still playing. And then you still have Shaq's son, mm-hmm. and then Scottie Pippen's son.
Scottie Pippen's son is still playing.
Yeah. So you got these new generation cats coming up.
Waiting for Melo's son to come up too.
Oh, okay.
I ain't sleeping on Melo's son.
No, he'd probably be good too.
He's mad humble, mad quiet, mad humble, but he can play. He can play.
And yeah, and then they merge off with the John Morants and the Donovan Mitchells and the
But that's the crazy thing, right? Thinking about it, like when Bronny, Melo's son, and all these other young kids coming up go into the NBA, 2025, 26, they're gonna be the new generation.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have that split generation though, because you're gonna have Ivy, Prochepo from the Pistons. You're gonna have Cunningham. You're gonna have Maxey. You're gonna have Edwards. You're gonna have Porter and Green from Rockets. You're gonna have those guys. They're gonna be the middle generation, but this generation gonna be new. But then you have Jamal Murray, Donovan Mitchell. These guys are gonna be the old heads, like Julius Randle.
Well, no. I think like the Steph Curry, the Draymond Green,
they-
Kawhi Leonard, they gonna be the old heads.
Yeah,
the Kevin Durant's, the Chris
they're
Pauls.
gonna be the old heads, but they're gonna be like, all right. Say for instance, Bronny, one of his teammates was 8 years old. He was watching Steph Curry.
Yeah.
LeBron James, he's watching Kevin Durant. So those are his idols. But then he gets to 15, 16, he's seeing Jamal Murray. He's like, yeah, I can play better than Jamal Murray. So he's not going to really, you know what I'm saying? He's going to look at LeBron and them as legends, but he's going to look at Jamal Murray, Donovan Mitchell.
You know, those are like the young cats coming up. I agree, yeah. But
and then when these guys come in, they're going to take their place.
right. Even with like Lorenzo Ball, LaMelo too, when Bronny and them come in and like Zion Williams, those guys are like, you know, pretty much it's like, oh yeah, you know, when LeBron kind of started, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of started in, you know, the Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Chris Pauls, you know, those are like the veterans now, you know, like those are like the true veterans. It's going to be interesting too, because these young kids, they look at, like, I was looking at Steph Curry when he was shooting the ball, and it was amazing to see how many kids is surrounded by Steph Curry, watching him how he dribbles, watching how he passes, watching him how he shoots, and knowing that they're taking knowledge of this, and then they're going to be like, yo, one day I'm going to be like just like him. It's amazing.
Well, hopefully that one day comes soon, but I don't see that happening right now.
Yeah, no, not right now. Well, we don't know, because these
But
kids
that's what I'm
now.
saying, yeah, we don't know. Like, you know, everybody changed the game when they playing any type of sport, football, basketball, soccer, whatever.
Yeah, and anybody could tell you I agree too. It's like the video games. You know what I'm saying? It's like these video games has elevated these kids. Now they're like video games and reality.
But yeah, because put it this way, I believe there's a couple times Steph Curry did stuff that I wouldn't see in a video game.
Bro, that's like that's your 2K player 3-point all the way up to 99.
Like, all right, for Donovan Mitchell, right? Do you think in 2K, the best player in 2K can put a Hall of Fame, right? Or Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And score 70 points with Donovan Mitchell? You think he can do that?
No.
All right, Donovan Mitchell just did that in real life. Real life to them is like the game. The game don't even look like a game anymore. That looked like real life because, I put up 40 or 15 and 15. Okay, cool. Oh, Joel Embiid put up 52 points, 20 rebounds. Like,
those are video game numbers.
Yeah, you sure that's not the video game? Because you sure?
Even Jokic, even with him, like he's putting up video
The
game numbers too.
is what that's what I'm saying. Like in the video game, you're not gonna in the video game. I'm not trying to diss the big man because I know y'all can play, but in the video game, are we really gonna see somebody use Jokic and get 15 rebounds, 22 points, and 16 assists?
That'd be a fan.
But are we really gonna see that?
No. Oh yeah, well yeah, and like
in the video game.
Oh no.
See what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, but if that person's a fan of like the Denver Nuggets, then I won't be surprised if he knows how to play with Jokic.
If you know how to play with Jokic, that's cool. But are we really gonna see 22, 16, and 15?
Not in 2K?
In 2K from Jokic, from a fan. 16 assists, 15 rebounds.
Pretty much. He's a fan.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna see that.
If it was a different person that used Denver Nuggets, then no, he's not going to get them numbers from Jokic. But if this guy plays Denver all the time, then yeah, he's definitely going to
But then is he going to use Jokic all the time? You got Jamal Murray, you got Porter, you got Gordon.
I tell you this, I played with some 2K cats like I'm let's say like 2014, and I'll pick like Miami Heat, right? with like LeBron James,
yeah,
and then my homie would pick like the Knicks. So I'm like, the Knicks, boy, I'm going to kill you with the Knicks, man. I'm going to crush you. Next thing you know, man, he gave the ball to Melo. Blah. Then gave the ball to Raymond Felton. Blah. Then there's Tyson Chandler. Boom. Blah. And I was like, oh, shit, Man, Mario Chalmers, dude, help. LeBron, LU, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, do something. These Knicks are killing me.
Yeah, you're right. Because I mean, for me, for any 2K between 14, 15, and 16, I was always using Andre Iguodala.
See what I'm saying?
So yeah.
Even like with soccer, like you use Liverpool. You know what I'm saying?
24/7.
Liverpool
every time.
And I've seen you kill with Liverpool. The same way I've seen you kill with Portugal.
Yeah, that's just Ronaldo though.
Yeah. Oh man. I remember them days. You was playing FIFA and on the PS4 and online, and I was like, oh yo, he got Ronaldo. Oh, he gonna kill these motherfuckers. And this time you leveled up with Portugal, and then with Liverpool. You'll level up, but then when you get like to the high rank, man, they will get like let's see, like they start picking France once Mbappe started coming in, and I was like, why everybody picking France for? And then I started to realize it's like, oh, who's this guy? And he was like, this guy's Mbappe. He's gonna change the game, man. This guy's the new and I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? But you know, man, the video games, they change these athletes.
Yeah, they change these athletes. I don't even really, try to partake in this shit no more because it's like watching real live stuff is actually like the video game. Like, for instance, the World Cup. What did I say? Oh, just change Mbappe's position and see what happens. Just take him from the wing, put him in the middle, see what happens. Tied the game up. Overtime.
Oh no, that's a whole new conversation there with the World Cup. Oh man, because Mbappe, he saved the world. They gotta give him. He was like the Jalen Rose in the Super Bowl.
Jalen Hurts.
I mean Jalen Hurts. I saw Jalen Hurts.
I said Rose too, but yeah, because seeing something like that, it just showed me like this dude already won a World Cup, so it's not like he's not gonna be able to win another one. It's just that it was Messi's time. Everything we all know that, but just changing a position and only have 9 minutes to tie the game, you're down 3-1.
Nah, I mean, it was all Mbappe scored 3 goals, didn't he? And then Messi scored 2. Yeah, and then the other dude scored the other one, and it went to OT, and then it went to the goal kick, and narrowed it down to the goal kick,
and they won. But it's definitely how. That's why I said football, soccer, basketball, the video game don't even look like a video game anymore. Like reality looks more video game than that. I'm seeing Lucas score 60 points, 13 rebounds, 14 assists. Ain't nobody gonna tell me you gonna score that all the time with Luka. But if he doing that right now in real life, why am I gonna look at that for?
And then what's insane is like if you look at the beginning of Jordan era in the 90s from like 2002, there really wasn't too many like big all-star names to like really pick out the hat. Now there's so many. There's so many to pick out the hat. Like, I mean, because the video games, and they analyzes Kobe, they analyze LeBron, they analyze Tim Duncan, they analyze Tony Parker, or whoever is the all-star. Now you got someone like a Steph Curry that stepped in, and now he got all these new kids that want to be just like Steph Curry on the court. That's why I haven't played basketball in years.
I ain't touching no basketball.
Me either. You ain't crossing my legs down. I ain't going to the hospital talking about what happened to your leg, and I was working on a house, and and why you was wearing basketball shorts looked like you was sweating. It was hot, It was only 50 degrees. Listen, Doc, why are we asking all these questions? Can you fix my leg or not? Anyway, versus final word, ladies and gentlemen. Versus final word is going to be real easy, real simple. So pay attention, okay? If you got a dream in mind, go and do it. Very simple, very easy. Nah, well, obviously, go ahead and do that. But, to all the fathers out there, to anybody that has a dream, to anybody that's trying to get out of the struggle life, walk into the path of positivity, walk into the light of graceness. And always remember, if you have a passion on doing anything, get up and do it, because whatever that passion is not going to do it for you. You got to do it for it. All right. And for that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching #TheVersasHow. Make sure you subscribe, like, and press that bell for more new episodes, because we're going to keep coming. Me, Fraz, we're going to keep coming with these episodes. I'm going to have some more guests. Trust me, we're rising up. We're just getting better. And I thank you guys once again, man, for real. Thank you guys so much. I am the Versa, Fraz FR. Thank you so much, my brother. And see you guys on the next episode on #TheVersasHow. See ya. Make sure you follow us too on Instagram too. Later. Peace into the Middle East.
God damn it.
#TheVersasHow is produced by Vintage Era Production.